Welcome, dear souls. So today it's a day for a twin flame collective reading for general timeline of June, but take it as it resonates. Whenever you see this video, there is a message there for you, and remember, those readings are timeless. So I've already pulled the cards and I've spread them into two decks, so like the feminines and the masculines, and what I'm seeing is that they are both working internally on patterns, and I'm getting it's like patterns concerning love and self-love and intimacy. So for the masculines, the archetype card, I love it so much, is the return of the spirit. So generally it tells about the return of the spirit within, so like getting in touch with the spirit inside and getting with the emotions and with the guidance. And I can also see like a kinder spirit, something like this, with the eyes here and the wings. So I really like this card, and it also looks like a heart for me, so like getting more into the heart. But for me, the return of the spirit is also like symbolically meaning that someone has disappeared and now it's going to be re-entering someone else's life, or like appearing again in someone else's life, in someone else's space. While feminines get this beautiful intuition card, which I like so much. So for me, it's a confirmation that they're digging deep in the intuition and learning to find their inner voice, their inner calling, their inner guidance. So it's very similar energy for me in a way for both of the counterparts. So yeah, maybe I start with the energy that's between the counterparts right now, and then I go to the males and females. So I got those two cards together, so I have to interpret them together. It's like blessing from the sky, but actually it's about something being broken down. It's like resentment. It's a little bit of a depression maybe, because something is falling down, something is being changed, and there was some kind of ending, probably in a love life, in a relationship. And but with this Ace of Pentacles, I'm seeing like for the both counterparts, they are releasing something that was not serving them. And of course it can mean third party, or generally some people in their life that were no longer serving you. But the more I'm seeing this is like a patterns, so the mental states, so the ways of operating that are no longer serving them. And at some level they are viewing this as despair, as something, as a loss, but actually it's a help from the sky, yeah, to release that, to have this opportunity. And I like that those cards came together, so it's like three men. So this is also symbolic for me somehow, and they are all looking in one direction. So I would say this has to do with the male energy, also for the females. So maybe it's about, yeah, now I'm getting this sense, is like working through daddy's issues, I would say. So for females, it would be like working with males in her reality, because they had some problems with father probably. And so generally like working with the male energy also inside, and maybe it's the sense of stability, the sense of security. And somehow those three cards together, like the Magician, the Hierophant, and the Hermit, tells me that they are both working internally, probably like meditation, prayer, in silence, maybe manifesting. That depends on each person, but they are really making like the inner work, the shadow work. So they are diving deep into subconscious, into higher realms, and probably praying and asking for guidance. This is how I'm getting this. I really like that those three cards came together. And for the overall energy between the counterparts, I would say it's rather no contact situation, because we have some blockages, some lies, and you're asked to read between the lines. So things are not really what they seem. So I'm not getting specifically this is a no contact situation, but generally I would say there is not much contact. But there is this chance like of a travel with this I'm sorry card, and reconciliation will build an intimacy bonding for maybe like a meeting, a romantic meeting somehow. So for some of you, I'm seeing there is a chance for that, or maybe it's already happening, or maybe this is something that counterparts think about, and I'm getting this very strongly, especially from the masculine side. I don't know why, that they are thinking about it, that they are thinking about this chance of traveling to say I'm sorry, to rebuild something, and to connect more. So having said that, I'm gonna start with feminines. So feminines, your first card was actually the Two of Cups, which I like so much because this is for me the most beautiful card about love, because this is like the yin yang and the ultimate wish fulfillment and beautiful love. But in this concept, I take it more like inwardly, that you are becoming this Queen of Spectres, which is Queen of Wands. So generally it's about loving yourself, I would say. But on the other hand, with the Chariot and the Two of Cups together, I would say this is like a quick change about something in your life, but I'm feeling it's mostly internally. So there is a quick change, probably about a male figure or like a male pattern in your life concerning love. So you're like waking up to this new perception of what love is, what like relationship with a male is, what's love generally for you, like remaking those standards. Because yeah, obviously you have something that is dying out, and I'm seeing strongly this is like the mental pattern that is dying out concerning love, because kind of made you been asleep, been in this pause mode, and that was something too much for you. Yeah, you, it's like being stuck for too long in this pattern. This is how I'm getting it, because there is a confirmation. There was so much politics in that. Maybe in your past relationships you've encountered so much like this ego politics, so much fighting, and you've been delaying, like putting aside those people, those patterns, those emotions. I'm feeling like strong emotional addiction to some behaviors which were not really serving you, and you are now working on this, and there's like this possibility of adventure. This card actually says adventure, and when I see this little girl, I'm like taking this very literally, like the inner child work, and there's never enough of that, giving that child more love, more support, more sense of security, and only you can do that, no one else can do it. So it's like focusing on that, I would say. So for the males, it seems like they've also been releasing something which was really not serving them. I cannot even tell you how heavy this energy feels, with like Devil reversed and the Six of Wands reversed and the Ten of Swords. It's like something that was killing them mentally, and I'm taking it strongly also with the relationships. And maybe it's for some of them putting aside a relationship that was not serving them. But more I see it, is like they are now realizing that there was something really wrong with their perception and their attitude toward relationships, and now working on releasing that, because we have also the healing card, which I like so much, and a change of card, the fate and destiny. So it's like they've been faced with destiny to change this, to release that, but this is like a heavy burden for them, because when I asked for the clarifiers, I've got like a Queen of Cups together with a Knight of Swords, and for me it's like the energies together with other cards that they've been like in love with this idea of this emotional queen, or maybe generally idea of a woman in their life, how it looks like, but they are having this quick realization that actually there is nothing there, literally nothing, with this nothingness card, and I having chills. And this came in a reverse, so this is like a double morality, a little bit narcissistic, controlling woman. So for me, it's like facing the truth about the image of a woman they hold or had in their space, which with this clarity and information turned to be like this queen, a little bit controlling woman. And they have a realization about that, and they are now learning to release it because it's faith. So I would say the both counterparts are going through a similar process. And I'm thinking now, okay, we have also the card of advice. So for the male, it's you're asked to bring love into this situation. So whatever is happening, we know love is like the ultimate answer for every struggle. So even though you might be experiencing like a loss or difficult situation, you're asked to perceive it with a lens of love and let the situation be healed. And for the females, we have your personal problem is finding a solution. And I am noticing this is like a Cancerian energy, so maybe this is about someone who is from this sign, or maybe it's something that is going to take place to have a culmination in a Cancer period, which is I think in July, something like that. I'm not sure. What else can I channel? Okay, I'm just gonna get this deck and see general information. Is there anything else that would like to be expressed for the beautiful Twin Flame Collective on my channel? Any additional advice? Okay, so someone has an anger issues, someone is praying, and someone is focusing toward heart. Yeah, so we have heart, and I'm going to put it for the feminines, pray for both of them, and anger for the males. So that would be like general energy for the counterparts. And I'm feeling like, yeah, I have this question, maybe Spirit wants to answer it. Generally about counterparts. Are you, Spirit, going to show us what is the purpose of twin flames meeting, combining, working together in this time on earth? Or generally, is there any general message that we can look on? So many cards. Yeah, I would say it's like, I don't know, should I take all of them? It's like, I would say there was so much struggle about love, and like this family life brought so much pain, so much suffering generally on this planet, with those love offers that were like kind of struggle. And I will see what else is coming. It's like maybe it's an answer or like a cure, or maybe a different way for the relationships generally. I'm going to see if Spirit's going to tell us something. Okay, so we've got King of Wands. Yeah, so for me it's maybe like changing the pattern of male somehow. This is something that I've been getting very strongly since I started this channel, that the male collective is going through major upheaval. And I have this Chariot card, and somehow it gives me the vibe of them being kind of activated to become this King of Wands energy. And so I had to stop twice and record it like twice already, and this is also like a confirmation for me. There's a pause, and there's some kind of a delay, and there are some kind of obstacles. So I would say the message for the twin flames and the general role now is to remove those obstacles, those blockages that were in like love life, in relationship life, with like those romantic feelings, like to heal that, so the male can become this King of Wands energy. And I've been feeling that since the beginning of my channel that there is a great change coming for males generally, and also it's like a quick change. I would say that even though now there may be some pause, it's like a quick change for the males. So they are like asked to leave certain patterns. I had so much chills with this death card. So in a way, final card to embrace the Empress energy first within themselves. So it's like embracing femininity generally, and of course this applies to women as well. So kind to honor feminines, but first to honor them inside of themselves. So like this emotional side, this feeling side, this heart side, and I like it so much. And right now it was it came together with the Priestess in the reverse, so somehow maybe this feminine inside of them it's wounded, or also it can apply to the feminine collective as well. It's like a wounded feminine versus like the Empress energy, where we are all being guided to go to work on this beautiful female energy. So basically I would say maybe the role now is to help to change, to evolve both males and females into this beautiful balanced energies. And I like this so much. I'm just gonna find one last card. What is the purpose of the Twin Flames collective this time on the planet? Is there any overall guidance? Yeah, so there is like a storm. So it's bringing a storm, and it's gonna to change everything about relations we know. And thank you so much for watching the channel, and see you till the next time.